Hey there, Hillary.
Hi, Jenny.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. On this Monday at 5:04 p.m. weird time.
Really weird time. It's Monday, June 16th. If you're listening, it is on or after Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. This is season 7, episode 23.
And you're listening to Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts with the Garden Tarts. Welcome. I'm trying to my little guy fell down.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to refashion him up to the if you're listening to this and not watching, my little Funko Bono fell off the frame.
Poor little Bono.
And he requires a lot of sticky tacky stuff. His head's a little top heavy,
Go
which
figure.
Funko or not.
Yeah.
But I don't wanna knock all the other stuff down either.
How
Aw.
is the Oh,
The frame's too thin that I have over here now because I changed it, as you people saw last week, from my elevation frame to my fly at the sphere frame. If I get his hair to stick to the wall, I had to put tacky in the back. So we'll see what happens.
yeah.
Do you wanna see what I got in the mail today?
I do. Oh, nice.
It is the 45 of Bono Stories of Surrender live EP.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's I'm oh, my light is shining right on it. There's all the people. I'll show you the it's just so cute. Look at it.
It's
There's like
upside very
how? There's a chair on one side and a harp on the other.
Oh,
And I just love a little 7-inch.
yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was hoping because I think my 2024 gift is out. Not for delivery. It has been shipped.
Oh, I need to check with mine. I
My
haven't seen.
lyric book volume 2.
I've been trying to find the one from last year, and I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it.
Oh no. Well, it couldn't have gone too far. It's huge.
I Where is it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I know I got it, but
Yeah.
where I put it. I'll have to wait. I have a
Yeah,
closet. Sometimes I put stuff in and I never think to look there, so.
yeah. Well, I know that I was told like 2 weeks ago to start looking out for shipping to North America notifications, and honestly, I think I got it, but I think I've gotten 2 shipping notifications
Hmm,
because I assumed one was the book, and then I got one, it was this. I'll have to go back and look and make sure it wasn't all
yeah.
this EP,
Yeah, I
but
haven't seen anything, but
yeah. But they announced the 2025 membership gift.
yes,
I'm stoked for it.
very excited.
When's the last time we got something to wear? Ever?
Back in propaganda years.
The first gift I ever got was the lemon mix, the melon
Mhm.
CD mix is a lemon. And I thought that was the coolest fucking thing that ever happened to me in the whole wide world when that thing arrived. So I don't have anything from before then.
Think I have a shirt from before then, but I
Yeah.
might be wrong. I don't know.
But it's if y'all haven't seen it, it's an actual hoodie.
Yes.
Oh, those things are expensive merch wise. And it's got, I guess, a dove on the front, a drawn dove. Oh, it's the dove from All They Can't Leave Behind, right? It's one of
Yeah.
those graphics. It says love and peace or else, which is just very timely.
Yeah. Very. I love it.
And
I'm so excited. I don't renew until August, so but we're not gonna get it for a year, so
right. And I renew in March, so I just
yeah.
did it. Oh no, I just did not March. Oh no, I did renew in March, so I was just able to select my size.
Right.
But yeah, and then it has all the logos, all the tour logos and everything. You 2 logos on the back. I'm excited. Graphics, I should say.
Very cool. I'm
Some people were like, I don't want a hoodie. I'm like, you're the
I
same.
look,
Everyone else is like, I don't want a record.
I don't want a CD.
I
I
don't
don't
want
need
another book.
it because I don't have anything to play them on. So a hoodie, it's perfect.
So useful. Although we can't use it for research.
You can use it for research.
For our pod.
Oh. This is interesting. Today is what I refer to as Breathe Day. It is 16th of June, 9:05, doorbell rings, which is actually Bloomsday. which if you
It
don't know the reference, I
is Bloomsday.
love to mention it, but,
Please.
Bloomsday is the day that Ulysses by James Joyce takes place. It was June 16th, 1904, and it's Bloomsday slash Breathe Day.
Breathe Day. That always sneaks up on me. I never put that together when
I have it on my calendar. I don't know why I do, but
you know
they're
how
there.
our friend PJ usually posts about it, and that's when I remember.
Yeah,
But I haven't been online today. So
I haven't seen anything, but I haven't in the
happy Bloom slash Breathe Day. We should have a drink for that next year.
Yeah, we should. Something with, like, elderflower or
That
something
sounds I like
something
that.
not gin because I don't like gin, but
No,
flowery.
we'll have to look this up. We got a whole year.
Yeah,
So we'll wait to the last minute
yeah. Don't send suggestions
because
because
we
we're
won't
gonna remember it.
remember or we'll file it away somewhere real safe.
Yeah. Where my book is.
It's probably the same place my Clawder ring is. So there we go.
Why I know where my cluttering is now. Um, okay, so you wanna talk about Zane Lowe?
Yeah. So the last piece of press that Bono has done for Stories of Surrender has come out. And he says right on it, he saved it for last because it's his favorite one to do. I don't know if he said that. It's my favorite one that he does,
Yeah,
but it is just makes me like swoon. It's so perfect.
it really is.
It's just the whole presentation. It's Zane Lowe who does stuff for Apple Music. The setting's perfect. The lighting's perfect. The flows, but it's just gorgeous.
It's at the Beacon Theater
Hmm.
stage. Um, and Zane Lowe is just like a proud U2 fan. Like he just throws it all out there.
Oh
And
yeah,
we can do that too.
yeah,
Just so you know, in case anyone was wondering,
yeah.
um, we don't hide our fandom either.
No,
We
and we can be very professional.
We're not.
We're not
No. Um, so one of the things that Bono said that this is the last interview he's gonna do where he's talking about himself. Um,
right, like not band related.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll see, but I kinda like him talking about himself
me
sometimes.
too.
Yeah. So one of the things he talks about early on is stage fright, which just blows my mind that this man that is on stage so often in front of so many people still get stage fright. But then on the flip side, I think maybe that would be unusual if you don't get stage fright when you're in front of all those people. It must be no matter where you
Right.
it must be a little
It's like the adrenaline and everything.
but it must be a little jarring because, like, when we go to YouTube shows, our adrenaline is rushing because we never know what's gonna happen. So, Bob must
Oh,
feel the same way.
never.
He doesn't know what's gonna happen. I mean, he might have a plan, but then he,
Right.
fall off the stage or something. I mean, God forbid, but it happens. So, there's gotta be, like I would I would hope that it still feels fresh if you have stage fright.
And, and it just shows that, like, if you were so confident that everything was gonna be so perfect, you would
Yeah,
just walk out and, like, do whatever.
and it wouldn't have that if there's if you don't have if you're not risking anything, you're not doing it right.
What did he say? He likes to be right next to failure?
Yeah,
Something like that. I guess that's what that is. But they showed the bathroom in the backstage of the Beacon. I'm like,
that was a really little bathroom.
and old and crappy.
I don't
He's
think
like, "I spent a lot of time in there on the floor."
I don't think the Beacon had, like, stellar, uh
No, it's old.
yeah,
But they start backstage and I guess, like, the dressing room, and then they take the elevator down, and Bono, like, talks through, like, who's in the elevator, who and he often can't talk because he's so nervous, and walking out on stage, but there's this great moment with Zane Lowe where, Bono's talking about like truly being himself and taking off the mask and not being a character and figuring out who he is without a character. And Zane was like, "Well, I'm watching the movie," and I'm like, "Wait, this is the guy I know.
Right.
Like this isn't Bono the rock star. This is the guy that I have drinks with, like to just chat with."
Yeah.
And that was just really affirming for me.
Yeah.
Be like, "It is him."
And Bono later in the towards the end of the interview, Bono asks Zayn if he has time to get a pint, and he has this Zayn has this look on his face like, "Of I'll make time."
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Duh.
I mean,
And then he's got some assistant going, "Delta, I need to
right,
change
change
change my flight."
yeah. I mean, God, I would let myself get stranded in New York to
Right,
have a pint with Bono. I would
exactly.
take the train home or something, I don't know. Um,
Walk.
someone will come get me for that
Yes, eventually.
eventually. Um, yeah, but I just thought that was adorable because just like us, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that he said that I hadn't heard him say before, and, I thought it was really interesting, but he said when his brother watched the movie, he, like, reached out to him and said, "I wish I'd been there more for you."
Right,
And that was just I mean, that was heartfelt, but then Bono was like, "No, it's just life, and if I didn't have those experiences, I wouldn't be who I am. So don't apologize for that."
right,
Um, which is amazing because, I mean, I think one of the things that's so unique about Bono is that he doesn't resent the bad times he's had in his the troubles he's had in his life. It's what makes him, and, like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't feel like that. Like, I think most people I know don't feel like that. And
right.
maybe
Well,
because it happened so he lost his mother so young that, maybe that is why it shaped him the way it did, but, like, most people I know don't appreciate the fact that they've had loss and tragedy.
right, when it turns into success.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
But you're right, not
yeah.
everybody it doesn't turn into success for everybody,
I
so
mean, you gotta be like John Lennon or
right,
Larry Mullen Jr.
right.
or
Paul
I mean,
McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Name who else lost their
Yeah.
mom is today, but I wonder, it'll be a curious question for them if they I don't wanna say thankful for the trauma because that's not quite the right word, but
Oh,
appreciate where it is taken them in life. I'm so interested because Bono says he feels so healed is my word. I don't know that healed is the right word. He's like, I don't have to write around my dead mom or dad anymore."
right.
Like, what are you gonna write about?
Oh, dude, I'm nervous about that now. Thank you. Give me something else to be nervous about. I don't know
I
because,
forget.
like, we'll visit this later, but, there is an album that's not as introspective as all the rest, and
Speaking of that album, well, because 'cause they're trying to tell stories that weren't their own, and that you gotta be Sting, sorry.
exactly.
You can't you're not Sting, dude, just
No,
different, and he's not you. It's
mm-mm.
fine.
Like we've always said with, like, "I Hung My Head" by Sting, if Bono's saying that, he shot somebody.
Right?
Somebody
Or
is
or
got shot.
know someone that shot or was, like, part of the trauma somehow,
Yeah,
right? Uh, he did say that. But I remember when No Line on the Rising, we're like, "Is he trying to be Sting?"
I felt like it, but only Sting can be Sting. I mean, it takes a certain kind of, not that Bono isn't, but we've just never
It's
until
just so much of
never
Sting's
experienced.
storytelling is fiction. It's
Yeah,
I don't wanna say fairy tales. It's yeah, when Bono's good stuff draws from real life.
yeah.
best stuff, Bono's best stuff drops from your life. So it's interesting because I know I think I mentioned on here the other week about the podcast called The Treatment that was part of all the press he did at the film festival. And the interview wanted to talk to him about the unforgettable fire. And he mentions that with Zane Lowe because Zane Lowe brings up the unforgettable fire. And he's like, you're the second person to bring that up. So I'm like, hmm, that's a different Eno way than the No Line on the Horizon.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But both those sounds are the past, and we're looking towards the future, Hillary.
Yeah,
I'm done looking in the past.
I'm not looking in the past. I just
I'm being him. I'm trying to hold him accountable.
Great. Well, we know it works. I don't wanna hear this I don't wanna hear another album part 2 for sure, but I do still like the interpersonal writing.
Oh,
Um,
for sure.
so at one point he talks about, like, what would happen if Ed just wrote his memoir or Alec. I would like to read that.
Oh, Allie's, yeah.
I think that would oh god,
That would either be, like, the longest book to ever live or, like, super short and to the point. I don't She'd be like, "Let me just tell you one story, and that will sum it up."
yeah, I'd be fine with that. I would love to read a book from any of them.
Any of them, absolutely.
I'd
Yeah,
love to hear the perspective from another
me
fan
too. Yeah.
family member. Um, okay, so there's a story that he tells about when they played, I think he said the Marquee in London, that he and Larry literally walked off the stage and, like, got a cab,
It just laughs.
just left.
Was it in the middle of a show? Is that the impression you got?
I don't know.
Or right after?
I did get that impression.
Or maybe they walked off stage, like, after the show and left, but the Edge and Adam were like,
Yeah,
"Oh my gosh, I forgot about that."
yeah, I thought that was really, really cute.
Yeah.
Um, okay, he talks about Live Aid, and he said something really to me that was just very interesting. He said that the bit where he jumped off the stage wasn't about him, it was about us. And I never thought it was about him. Like, I've never gotten it wasn't like, "Look at me," like, it wasn't like that at all. I felt like it was
I
just him following the energy of the day, and that's just where it took him.
Well, and when I think about the word "us," I think to me that includes him.
Oh, yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
like him and the audience and then all the people, because he talks a lot about, the making those connections is you have to do it en masse. Like, you can't be I forget what words he used, but it's, it's not the one-on-one connection, it's
Right. And
um, the broader connection.
the way he said it, so, like, again, I said he was just kind of chasing the energy and not knowing where it would take him. He certainly did not know where that would take him.
No, the band yelled at him. That was, like, to me, the end of them.
Yeah,
Not
but
playing
it
their big
wasn't until
single.
this
The best story about that moment, though, was the Lou Reed story.
yeah, that was a really good story.
The fact that, because we make fun, there's, like he puts, like, 12 songs in
Yeah,
the end of that or something at Live Aid, but I don't I y'all just you if you haven't watched that yet, you need to go watch it and hear the little Lou Reed story, and
yeah, that was a really good
that
story.
was that was very heartwarming.
So, another one of the things he talked about was that his family told him to watch series, not just 5 minutes of an episode of something, which apparently that's how
Friggin' my dad. My dad has seen 5 minutes of every episode that he's sat down to watch with us. Can't
yeah,
fucking sit still.
yeah. So, anyway, that they said watch a series, and he started off with, Chef's Table.
Yeah.
And the 2 he mentioned 2 more that he hadn't mentioned, before, and one was The Crown.
Mhm.
Wh I know I watched The Crown, so, like, I just thought that was kinda awesome. Um, And then,
The other one was Severance.
Success.
Severance? Succession. Because then he was
Yeah,
like, "I know where this is going,"
right, right.
to his kids.
Where's my inheritance?
Right?
Yeah,
"It's mine, it's mine."
yeah. So he talked about going to see Oasis, and, like, Zane said, "Are you gonna see Oasis?" And he's like, "Of course." And then I'm like, "Poor Hillary."
But then he talked about the Oasis show you were at with you too.
He did talk about that, and I don't seem to remember it the way that he remembered it, because he said that there was a delay in the crowd getting there, so it was only, like, half full or something.
Yeah,
That might not have been because of Oasis. It was not a packed show, but that said, people were definitely not as responsive to Oasis as I was, or as I would have thought they would have been.
right. But
So, I'm
glad
not.
Oasis had a good time.
Yeah, they looked like they were I mean, it was one of the best performances I've ever seen, and I've seen Oasis, like, they're hit or miss. They hit
Right.
both those out of the park, like, literally, it was a baseball stadium. Yeah,
Crack of the bat.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, such I wanna go watch it again. It's such a gorgeous hour of I wanna say TV, of internet. It is a gorgeous hour of internet. If you go to Apple Music's YouTube page, you can see it there
yeah.
easily. Was there more stuff in it? But there was so much in it.
I'm sure we missed a lot, but it was,
I think that Zane Lowe calls him out on he says something about, "It was never about being the biggest or something."
yeah,
And he's like, "Oh, excuse me for a minute. We're
yeah.
reapplying for the job." And Bono's like, "Oh." He kinda sings back like, I did do that." Well, maybe now it's not.
I think was the oh, one of the things he said was that the night before the first Victor play,
Yeah,
so he said that Allie told him to, like, pull the plug,
right,
because she said it's just, like, get someone else to talk about your book like everybody else does.
right.
And
She said it
but
wasn't working.
what she was missing was the audience, and,
Yeah.
that worked
That's
well.
just crazy to me that I mean, my guess is that he takes her advice I mean, he's like I guess most of the time you would take your
Right.
partner's advice or at least take it seriously when or think about it seriously. But yeah, he knew he had something
Yeah.
that she couldn't see, but it would be weird just if you're like 1 or 2 people I'm sure there were 10 people in the audience or something
Right. That had
watching it.
probably like, every rehearsal of it.
Right, and they know him, they know what's coming up, like, they don't the jokes
So,
aren't funny.
this is right. So this is, remember when we went to Stephen Colbert and he, like, screwed up a joke, like, twice? And he was like, "Look, you guys, I gotta do this again, and I know you already had 2 reactions to it, but please, please be generous to me and laugh at it again."
Yeah, Stephen Colbert, not Bono.
No, not Bonham, Stephen Colbert said that.
Yeah,
And, I just thought that was I don't know, I loved that actually, but I feel like that's the same example, like, if we heard it 3 times, it's not gonna be as funny the 3rd time, and he asked,
right, like,
for reactions,
I
and s
need it, yeah.
I'm sure that an empty theater and, 10 people that have heard it before, it's not doing it any
It's a
justice.
dead crowd, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now if we had been there.
We might have said, "You need to pull the plug, dude."
Right.
I wonder what it would have been like in that circumstance. Maybe it wasn't great. Maybe you do need the crowd, like,
I think that Bono needs a crowd, like, physically,
everywhere,
he just needs a crowd.
everywhere. I mean, he'll
Yeah.
say that. He says that.
Yeah.
So, oh
And,
man,
like,
it's so
the things that he said that has always just stuck with me is during Pop Mart. somebody apologized to him or something, like, "Sorry that we're, like, outside the hotel." Again, don't do that anytime soon because those days are over. But,
Right.
like, "I'm sorry we've been outside of the hotel, but, like, we're here and we don't have anything else to do." And he was like, "Don't be sorry. I would be sad if you weren't here."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just like, "Well, we'll be here every day then,
Yeah.
forever and ever."
He might have even said something like, "It's a little weird, but
Right.
I'd be sad if you weren't here."
Well, I thought of a story that, I don't think I've told on here before. I was reminded of this story not too long ago, and it made me laugh so hard. So, my first time going to Dublin, I was with 3 other friends who I'm not gonna mention, but
Right.
and my back which I learned my lesson, but my back was facing
The door.
the door. And, it was one of those things where I didn't have to have anyone tell me that Bono just walked in, like, you just know it. Like, I know. And, our friend our friend who had met him many times and was very well versed at Bono interactions, like, lost it for a second. And, like, you could just see her composure, like, filling up from her feet. And, like, it was just like, "Huh, I didn't expect that." But
Yeah.
while happening, she rested her menu down on the table on top of a candle.
Oh, no.
And so she hands the menu back to the server with a giant burn hole, and Anna walked in and she almost burned down the post. I had not thought about that in
I don't know if I'd heard that before.
yeah, but so the big song at the time was "Firestarter" by The Prodigy, and
Right.
he was just like, "I am your fire starter."
Firestarter. I don't think I knew where that came from.
Yeah.
I knew that that was a joke, an inside joke. I don't know why.
It was like a two-part joke because she also, like, went to sleep on the sofa bed, and she was, like, talking in her sleep or something, and one of our friends was like, "Let me go check on her," and
Yeah.
so, like, just her saying that, she heard our friend say, "I'm gonna go check on her," and it woke
Y
her up, and
yeah.
she by the time our friend went in there, she, like, took a flashlight, I don't know why she had a flashlight, took a flashlight under her face and was like, "I am your fire starter," and everyone was like, "Ah."
Oh my god.
2 part I had not thought about that menu part in so many
Oh my
years.
gosh,
Like,
that is so
yeah,
good.
I don't think I'd ever told you that.
Mm-mm.
Anyway.
I've seen her do the flashlight thing or
Yeah,
whatever and do Firestar, but I didn't know where it originated. Oh my god, so
that's where
great.
it originated.
Um, Speaking of unexpected things, Bono and Lil Wayne got together,
Yeah,
which they've got a song out, and what is most I feel like this was kind of on my radar in the background somewhere, was, one of Bono's kids posting a story that said, "When the fuck did my dad meet Lil Wayne?"
right?
Which, I yeah.
I still say it would've been funnier if one of us posted that because why would our dads ever meet? Her da It's not far-fetched for her dad. I mean, maybe he just didn't mention it to her, but
Yeah, but wouldn't you like, I don't know. I feel like you'd mention I'd be
I
mad if my
know.
dad
I totally get how she felt,
that
like
would be like my dad meeting, I'm trying to think of a Tim Walz and not telling me.
right.
Or some I don't know where Lil Wayne falls over
But
there.
I would think that it would be, something that you mention if
Right,
you if your dad met no matter who he is, if he met Lil Wayne.
right. I feel like that could easily casually come up in conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, the song is great.
It is.
And well, funny story. So there is this guy who comes to my gym and he's like, "Oh my god, I just heard this song with Lil Wayne and Bono. Bono sound." He's like, "It's amazing," and he sounds like he used to. I'm like, "No." He sounds better.
Yeah, I
He's
agree
never
with that.
sung like this. He sounds amazing. Like, no. He sounds as good as he did when he was young. I'm like,
Yeah.
right back at you. No, yeah. He's like, I guess that's just what I'm used to hearing. I'm like, you've never heard him sing like this.
No.
I just know you haven't. So you can go back to your Kid Rock concert. Thanks. Bye.
Ooh.
Speaking of, I'm going to weave here. You saw the Squeaky Tanks?
Yeah.
So Squeaky Tank is my Kid Rock cover band.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So another thing that I saw that someone mentioned this, but that the soldiers weren't marching. They were just like sauntering around and
There was I saw at least one group
yeah.
that were and you saw like vets were saying like they were doing that on purpose to be disrespectful to the parade.
However you want to play it. But
Right?
what happened? But I feel like non-marching soldiers is my Martika cover band. Didn't she have that song,
Oh,
Toy Soldiers?
something like that.
Okay.
It could also be, I feel like that could be a Dave Matthews tribute band.
Oh my God, that's really good.
Because
That
if
was
they're actually part of the resistance,
right,
if they're non-marching on purpose,
right,
they could look
not
like ants marching. This is what an ant's marching looks like,
right, right. That's good.
obviously.
Good weave right there.
Thanks, but I like Martika.
I don't know why. Just that's just a name that also hasn't hit my head in a
Yeah,
very long
yeah.
time.
U2 Songs posted something about the Halsey tour. What's that?
Oh, okay. So, Halsey is currently on tour in the US, and her tour has it has Alice in Wonderland, like, woven through it.
Okay.
The tour is called For My Last Trick, and at one point, she, like, falls into the rabbit hole. So, Bono is the rabbit. He's the voice of the rabbit.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
He's
Huh,
he's speaking in the first 4 interludes of the show.
interesting.
Yeah.
I will look forward to hearing that. I'm sure there will be video or whatever.
Yeah. So, um,
Yeah.
so the other little news story is that, there's a portrait of Bono that's gonna be on display at the National Gallery of Ireland. It was painted by Colin Davidson. It's called The Ocean: Portrait of
Hmm.
Bono.
Is there a picture of it on there? I'm interested to see it.
It's good. I mean, it looks accurate.
It looks accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is just, like, wrinkles don't go well with, like, oil painting.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's all we have for this week.
I yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so go watch Zane Lowe if you haven't. I'm gonna watch it again eventually. I gotta watch the film again.
I do too.
I've
I
only
really
seen it the once.
Me too. We should watch it again and take notes and have a,
Yeah, pro-
comprehensive
proper
review.
discussion.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
very cool.
Okay, Kuro. Well, enjoy the rest of your week.
On the next episode of The Garden Tarts, Bono won't give Buster his +1 to Oasis.
Oh,
Yeah.
Buster. Maybe you can
Also,
go with Liza Minnelli.
Lucille too. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, he should reach out to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oopsie.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll be back next week with more U2ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your YouTube friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2ish podcast with The Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, The Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.